Some history and geeky facts about an arcade classic coming up right here on this episode of Super Geek Saturday. Hadouken!
Super Geek Saturday.
Greetings, beautiful mutants. My name is Shane with a CH, and I'm here to share with you the good news of Geek. This episode is all about that arcade classic, Street Fighter. There's just no excuse for not knowing this classic game, alright? So the good news is that Street Fighter has long been ported over, so it's not just available in arcades anymore. Back in the day, that's where we had to go and play it. There was no home console version. We had to actually go to the arcade and play it. And actually back in the day, you could only choose Ryu as your character. So if someone was the first person to pick Ryu, then you had to settle for Ken. The good news is that you don't have to go to the arcades anymore. You can play it on your Xbox, you can play it on your PSP, you can play it on your PS3, you can play it on any home system that you have, and you could even play it online. I'm going to put the link to that in the sidebar, and you can also find it on the Super Geek Saturday blog. You can play that game as well as other arcade classics at playsushi.com. You get to play the arcade classic version, so hopefully you have a fast connection, otherwise it'll be like playing it in jail mode. Go and try it out if you're a nostalgic nerd like me. So what if you're like me and you don't have a TV to play console games per se? Well, if you have an iPhone like me, then you can play Street Fighter on your iPhone. Street Fighter 4 just came out and it looks amazing. Yeah, here's a clip of some gameplay. So as you can see, the graphics look awesome. The thing that I'm curious about is the controls. If you've played it, then let me know in the comments what you think about it. Street Fighter 4 on the iPhone. Street Fighter has been around for a very long time. Here's a geeky fact. Did you know that originally in the Japanese version of Street Fighter, the character of Balrog, which is the African-American boxer, he was actually named M. Bison, which stood for Mike Bison. But it was too similar in sounding to Mike Tyson, who it was inspired by, that they were afraid of copyright infringement and getting in trouble, so they swapped all the names of the boss characters out. So Vega was originally called Balrog, and he became Vega. And then M. Bison was actually named Vega, but he became M. Bison. So they switched around all the bosses' names, and they will forever be known as Vega, M. Bison, and Balrog. So we've got people who create amazing art inspired by Street Fighter, like this artwork of some of the Street Fighter characters in the grocery store. And click on the link so you can see it in large, because that's the best and only way you should appreciate it, because you can see the details of the characters and their interactions. It's really hilarious. And if you love Street Fighter so much that you want to take it everywhere you want to be, then get the Street Fighter keychain. What's awesome is that if you do the motions for the moves, it'll emit the sounds of that move. So you can do, the Hadouken, the Shoryuken, and you can also do like Chun-Li's moves, some Zangief moves if you know it, some Dalsim moves. A pretty awesome geeky gadget to have on your keychain. So go get it and have fun with it. And you guys know that I hate horrible Photoshop, right? But here's a really awesome use of Photoshop. Someone actually photoshopped the Hadouken onto the freeway on-ramp sign or off-ramp sign for Hoboken. And it's hilarious. If I saw that, I would totally stop the car, take a picture with me in front of it pointing behind. And one of the better uses for Photoshop, clearly. Please, if you're out there and you're doing really bad Photoshop mock-ups, stop it right now before I Shoryuken you. Thanks again for watching, you guys. If you love this episode, then you'll love all the other episodes on One Dose Daily. So make sure you hit that yellow subscribe button up there so you don't miss out on all the online goodness. If you love this super geek right here, then go ahead and subscribe to my personal channel in the sidebar. Until then, take care of each other, be good, and as always, stay geeky.